Hello, world.
Hello, we're together.
I'm rocking the hot. I'm rocking the hot for teacher look today because I didn't have time to fix my hair. So this is
you always look cute.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I got my glasses too.
We are at my house, or my South End house, we call it.
The South End house, which is also, this is actually my room.
This is, it is.
Yeah.
This is the room that Gina is welcome to stay in anytime. Except for there's really nothing. You have to sleep on the couch at this point. Although Roxy has asked me to buy her a trampoline for her room, and we can move the bed out of her room into here.
She can sleep on the trampoline.
That's what she wants. She says she will sleep on the trampoline if I get her. I've got my eye on one on Amazon.
Well, I want one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
I got you one.
Anyway. Hey, happy Friday, Warners. Have you been enjoying our daily 1 o'clock? I'm tired. I didn't work out this morning. That's throwing me off.
Me neither.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Lower energy day. So
yeah, you seem really low energy right now. I have to tell you.
I just went on a really good sales call. If my friend Mark is watching, he could. It's possible. Thank you for the referral. I have made it to lead show horse in the stable in negotiations with a new client.
Nice tie-in for the Kentucky Derby this weekend.
I didn't even do that on purpose. Yeah. Now I need to do something.
By the way, if anybody out there has a Kentucky Derby hat after this weekend, because Felix and I are going to the Preakness and I need a hat.
Where are you going?
Baltimore Preakness.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh.
So apparently they dress up for that too.
I have hats. I have hats.
I need a hat.
I'll look for
and it needs to match my dress. So just say.
Oh, wow.
Blue, pink, or
what?
Like white.
Okay. I might have something. We'll see.
Audrey, of course, is chiming in.
Audrey's here.
So what are we talking about
today? Today all week we've been talking about top episodes and liked episodes, and we saved my favorite for last. Don't be a troll.
I wish I had one of those.
We're getting troll dolls. So this, I am creating a course on this, on how not to be a troll on social media. So that episode we talked about, we talked about so many things. So I'm not looking at the camera because I'm looking at some of our show notes. We talked about how people just go overboard on social media with vomiting all over you. And maybe you've done it. I've done it. Like, oh, I'm going to connect and now I'm going to be like, buy what I'm selling, and doing nothing to really make sure that that's the right customer. So
I'm ashamed to admit I've done it.
Yeah, we've done it. And I'm going to read a few of the newest ones that have come in, which this could be a show in itself. I'm just going to read them all week. And I'm sorry, one of these people now does follow me. So I apologize. I'm not going to say your name, but I am going to read this for emphasis because I did try to coach her on this. So this one was, hey, Gina, hope this finds you doing well. I also live in South Carolina, moved here from Chicago about 2 years ago. Would love to connect. Any interest in pursuing an additional revenue stream / side hustle for yourself in the hemp industry? I got involved about 20 months ago. It's like having a baby, who says 20 months? Anyway, I got involved 20 months ago and it has turned into a multiple 6-figure income. The industry is about to explode to 22 billion. No pressure at all, but if you'd like to chat about it, let me know.
Does anything on your LinkedIn, was this LinkedIn?
This was a LinkedIn message.
So does anything in your LinkedIn profile indicate that you might be a hemp user or a hemp enthusiast?
No.
Okay.
Does anything on my LinkedIn profile say I'm into direct selling or multi-level marketing? No. Does anything say that I have a job I don't like and I would want this side hustle? No.
Well, and I have been involved, and I talk about this in episode 8. I did a few multi-level marketing businesses, and I am not here to down any of it because I know some people that are really, really successful at it.
Rocket.
And the ones that are really successful at it are the ones that will preach to you to develop relationships. And, in the beginning, I think sometimes that, and I know because I did it, that you get this marketing from some of these companies that makes you think you need to reach out to every single person, all of your friends on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and any of the other ones I might have missed, and say
MySpace.
and say, hey, I just started this new business. You got to know about it. And I look back, because sometimes I message people on Facebook with like actual real things. And I see that the last time I talked to them was like in 2014 when I had one of these businesses. And I just like randomly asked them to check out my business. And I mean,
because you were trained that way.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
Yeah, that is
training. Exactly. This is the type of training, especially in the direct selling world, that people are getting, is like,
right.
Touch everybody. Touch your friends. Make everybody buy.
Well, the thing about it is, yes, totally. If you're excited about your new business, awesome. But first, make sure you find out first if the other person, and maybe that's what she's trying to do. Are you interested? And, actually I had a girl reach out to me that just started.
Any interest in pursuing, an additional revenue stream in hemp? I guess it's a valid question. But again, it was like such a turnoff because
was that like her first communication with you?
Well, no, the first one was like, thanks for connecting. And then it was up. And then it went right into that. It went into the vomit. And that's fine. But see, your buyers want to feel special, like you want to get to know them. So you have great point. So today I did a face-to-face because I love selling face-to-face. So I met with someone. They're in Charleston. I'm in Myrtle Beach. We met each other halfway, an hour and kind of hour point. And we got together that way, face to face. And he was talking about something in his career. And I said, that's right. Like you majored in film in college. And he said, you dug deep into my profile. I said, oh yeah, I did. I'm like, and then you had all this like time in IT. And so that right there was like, I spent the time getting to know him before I showed up to the meeting to understand who he was, what his background was, so I could find some commonality.
Yeah. I
don't know where in my profile you're going to pick up that I want a side hustle, because if you look at my profile, you see I'm already side hustling.
Yeah.
A lot. Well, and I call it a side hustle just because like you see how much we're like podcasting and we're on Facebook Live and I'm running 2 companies. And
well, here's the thing. This person, to the best of her ability probably, is thinking not about you. She's thinking about her and her business.
Right.
So, a really great approach that I've been doing lately with people that are new connections on LinkedIn is, they'll say, hey, thanks for connecting. And then I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. What are you really excited about in your life or business right now?
I love that question.
Because then they can tell you what they're into. And then if she had said that to you and you're like, dude, I just found out about hemp. And then she would have her in, right? But but then at least, and then it's going to be more genuine. And I can tell you guys this because I've done it wrong a lot of times with this whole kind of thing. And now I've realized that and talking to all of our great guests that we've had on our podcast that you can catch at womenyourmotherwarnedyyouabout.com, that, every single one of these really successful sales coaches and sales people and business owners will stress to you, as well as successful multi-level marketers, the relationships are everything, and you've got to go deep, not just wide. You've got to really
deep and wide.
Deep and wide. You've got to go deeper in the relationship. Because you want to really feel like people want to feel like you really care about them. I'm pulling this up. Because like, imagine the way to think about online relationships, aside from like the dating thing that Gina has such a great analogy for that, is to think about when you go shopping somewhere. Let's use the example of used cars. You are ready to buy a Ferrari. Okay. Let's say you have the money to buy a Ferrari cash.
Ooh. I want to date him. Or her.
If you walk on the car lot with whatever that your thoughts are in your mind, and the salesperson runs up to you and is like, hey, how you doing? Can I show you something today? Like, you're just immediately, just imagine that you're like, even if you have the cash in your pocket to purchase whatever it is you purchase, you don't want somebody to come on to you that strong.
No.
It just doesn't work. Because then you're like,
unless he's really hot.
I guess.
I mean,
I don't know.
It has to be something like, wow, they figured out what I really needed and wanted.
Right.
That
Exactly.
I can't resist it.
Yeah. Maybe that was a bad example. If you're walking,
no, it's not a bad example. I was just having other thoughts. Anyway, but if you really spend time trying to get to know someone else or engaging them to get to know them, like you could look at my profile. So here's a little secret, because someone else tried to connect with me, right? And I was like, she's like, I think we could have some mutual yada yada. And I was like, now I'm just so like, so exactly how do you think we could benefit each other, right? Because I'm like, I said, I get hit on so much. And then she said something about like, well, the fact that you're the daughter of a mobster really made me curious. Ooh. And I said, you had to read through to the end of my profile to know that. So yes, now we may be connected. I was like, that to me, like if you go to the bottom of my profile, it's the last thing on my profile.
And it's a good talking point. There you go. And you know, if you're having a sales conversation, yes, of course, you know, you want to make the sale. That's the reason you're talking to this new prospect. But the fact of the matter is that folks, they know when you're being slime ball and when you're being a troll. And I don't even know why it's called a troll. Why is it called troll?
I don't know.
Trolls?
I just started calling it a troll.
And
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Now I'm curious. Why do I call it a troll? A troll on the knoll. Get off my knoll.
But would you really want to be that person that people are like, ew, I got this LinkedIn message. It was so creepy. Or Facebook message. And I know I've been that person. And yeah, I don't like that feeling of knowing that some people out there that I now interact with in the business world, I once sent them a vomit message. And I'm like,
wait, so we have another vomit message. Hold on. So this especially, I don't know what's going on in your world of real estate, but tell them to stop it. Because I'm getting too many of these from realtors. So I don't know if they're like, they've signed up for some real estate class where they're being taught this maybe.
Right.
So this guy, after connecting with me, says, thanks for connecting, Gina. I'm a local realtor here. Realtor.
No,
realtor.
Yes, the A is after the E, not after the L.
Realtor. I'm a local realtor here at such and such place.
Thank you.
And I wanted to quickly introduce myself. I'm always looking for ways to be more of a benefit to my clients. I've partnered with such and such Inc. and I can offer you a free home warranty when you purchase a home or list your home with someone from my real estate team, the top such and such agent with such and such realtor. Trying to project.
You're being very PC.
Yep. Gina, I'd be happy to buy you coffee and talk about your real estate goals this year. Is that something you're interested in? If so, let me know a couple days or times next week that work for you. Or if easier, we can pick up a quick phone call. What works best for you? All the best. So-and-so with his phone number. P.S. Wait, there's more. I put together a link for you to some great homes that just listed in the area. You can look at the list and create a free account. Feel free to save your favorite homes and we can communicate there. You can also set up email alerts for newly listed, just reduced, or foreclosures. Here's the link. For the love of Pete. So many things he's asking me to do, right? First of all, so many things wrong with this.
Here's what I would take it down to if it were me. I would say, thanks for connecting with me, Gina. I'm a local realtor here in Charleston with blah, blah, and wanted to quickly introduce myself. I'm always looking for ways to be more of benefit to my clients. Is that something you're interested in?
I would not have yelled at him if that was the message. Instead, my response was, did you just vomit on me? He has yet to respond to that.
Well, the fact is that as soon as it actually kind of like in the beginning, like I said, the beginning part's okay. And then as soon as he starts selling, I can offer you a free in capital letters, blah, blah, blah. Then, I mean, automatically you're kind of like.
There's so many assumptions here, right? This is what pisses me off, right? Like, again, get to know me a little bit before you try to have sex with me, okay? I'm just saying, there's so many assumptions here. A, assuming that I'm looking
figuratively.
Yeah, right. I'm assuming that I'm buying a house, okay? Assuming I mean, what if I can't buy a house right now? What if I had some financial impact and now you've just reminded me that I can't buy a house and you've upset me? What if that was a trigger? I'm just saying those things happen, right?
Good point.
What if I don't drink coffee? What if coffee makes me sick? What if I don't have time to meet you for coffee? What if I would rather like have a glass of wine? I mean, you're making it like figure some stuff out about me. Connect with me. Find a better way to connect. And then I put a link together for you of great homes. Why would you spend the time doing that when you don't even know what I want?
Oh,
if I want something.
I can answer that.
Okay.
That's easy. That's a link to his listings.
Yeah, but it's about him again.
Well, we already know that. But
right. Why do I want to see all his listings? Wouldn't it be better to show me listings that I want to see, which would require you to get to know me?
Oh, exactly.
Okay.
Well, it definitely. I'm just saying that's exactly what that is. I'm sure it's either his listing or his office.
Right. And then he creates this whole like you can look at the list, create a free account. Why? Because I have so much free time.
Well, and really, I think that when people do that, and from my past experience of doing it, I think that they're thinking of a volume standpoint. Like if you throw the net enough times over enough people, somebody's going to be like, you know what? I am actually looking for a house. And so, you know, talk to 10, get 2, talk to 10, get 2, talk to 10, get 2 does sometimes work.
It's transactional, and that's fine. Transactional selling works in certain situations.
It does. And sometimes you're going to catch one, but what the point we're getting at here is that more often than not, it gets this strong response from people that they feel like they don't matter. They feel like they're just a number, and you can't build relationships that are of value, that are going to be a long game with that kind of.
Especially in our area where I can throw a rock right now and hit another realtor. Sorry.
Besides, I am her realtor.
Yeah, nobody can have me. I belong to her.
Well, and the reason is because things sticking out. The reason is I was talking about you earlier on Sean McBride's interview.
Oh, you were?
I talked about you a lot.
Ooh.
You can go and watch that on my page. What we discuss is that we have spent time building this relationship. Now, it's not. I refer to it more as an accountability partner and a business partner, or whatever. But what I talk about is that it doesn't happen just like that. We've been through stuff. We've had friction. We've had, we've been
with each other.
Things.
Yeah.
Well, no, not with each other, but there's been friction in our lives where we kind of. It wasn't like this started yesterday. This is like years to create this kind of amazingness between us. But it does take time. And like I just posted on Facebook that fortune is in the follow-up because it takes time. I just got a call I was at a meeting and I got a call from a buyer. I've been nurturing this guy for 2 years. And he's one of those people that keeps saying, oh yeah, I'm going to buy. I'm just not ready yet. And I just would check in with him. Hey, how's it going? And he does rehabs and he's like, oh, working on this terrible place. And we talk.
He rehabs houses.
Yeah. And then
I make sure everybody's clear
about rehab. He rehabs houses. And so finally, after just touching on him a lot of times and not being pushy, just checking in, he called me and he's like, okay, we're ready to pull the trigger this weekend. We're here. Let's do it. So it takes time to build these relationships. You're going to snag somebody that's ready to buy with all this vomit eventually, but is it really what you want for your long game?
It just seems like a lot of work. Like even throwing the net and like copying and pasting and sending it out to 1 million people, wouldn't you just rather like cultivate a few really good relationships?
Yeah, I think again,
to me, in some ways, it's lazy.
Well, it's also desperate. So here's the thing about creating real relationships. And I also talked about this with Sean and Shannon this morning. It takes some vulnerability, and vulnerability is like a key topic for us lately. It takes some vulnerability and it takes some openness to develop a real relationship with even your clients over time. And it takes an ability to be open to their vulnerability and get to know what's really going on with them, rather than just, thinking about the sale. You've got to take time to be vulnerable, to accept vulnerability, to let the relationship go deeper.
Boom. So no more trolling.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to start the trolling class. So
Yes, you are.
we are. What else we got going on? So this is the end of the week. It's Friday. Our episode yesterday was with Jared Glant. That's up. You can get that at womenyourmotherwarnsabout.com. Next week, Tom Ziegler is our guest, so be on the lookout for that. And Warner World is open. So Warner World, so Warner-World.
Like I can't read.
Hey,
He says, the cool chicks are spreading wisdom. Let us be attentive. That's
Oh,
so sweet.
I love Mark.
I never thought I was cool. I was
Mark is
like,
so-
I'm hot, but not cool.
Yeah, we thought we were hot. Can we be hot and cool, Mark? Anyway, we love Mark. So Warner World, warner-world.com is now open. You can join that group and get more of the cool chicks. That's only $20 a month. There's really cool bonuses that you get with that. I don't feel like we need to sell it anymore. You can just hop over there and look at it and join because it's a good deal. And I think if you give us a review on iTunes, we're giving away 3 months for free of that membership. So go hop over to warner-world.com. You can also find it at womenyourmotherwarnsabout.com.
Yeah. One more plug for our episode this week of Jared Glant, in case you don't know who he is. He is part of the Grant Cardone organization, which if you have been living under a rock for the last few years, you might not know who Grant Cardone is, but maybe they're awesome.
Not everybody knows us, and we're famous.
I don't know. Or something famous. But check out Jared Glant with the Grant Cardone organization. He's got a lot of really great sales tips as well as life tips and like being a great husband tips. Killer.
And being an understanding wife tips. That's what I took away from that. There you go.
I guess I better listen again.
You're a new wife. I'm an old wife. Okay. It is time for us to wrap up and go. It's been an awesome week for us. I hope it was an awesome week for you. And
you still have time to crush it on a Friday. It's
you do.
1:23 Eastern Standard Time. Get on it.
I'm on the hustle.
Me too. I got to run.
I got a sales call in 30 some minutes. So hustle, crush it, close it.
And then take time for you.
Yeah. Awesome. Bye, guys.